welcome back to my channel. Today is the start of the last week of the 30 Days of Play challenge, and I'm so excited and also so grateful and thankful for all of your support and participation in my challenge. I am thrilled to have got to work on this challenge. It's the start of something that I've always wanted to do, and I can't wait to do more things with creative play and making bad art or quick art or just making time for creativity in general. And so I'm working out how to do virtual and in-person classes and things like that. Thank you so much for your support so far, and I can't wait to see what's to come. And if you're new here, I've created this 30 Days of Play challenge specifically for people who are on the edge of burnout or they're wanting to make time for creativity and they just don't know where to start. Maybe they feel a little intimidated, things like that. If that sounds like you, then you're in the right place, but you might want to go back to video 1, and that is linked in the playlist I've tagged on this video and in the description down below, so make sure you check that out. Also, as a last reminder for this last week, I am going to be working with this 30 Days of Play zine. You don't need this to do the project, but your support by going and purchasing this helps support me as a creator. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So let's go to the last spread of the 30 Days of Play challenge, and the 13th prompt is rock drawing. Get a small pebble and follow the pebble's lead by pushing it with a pen. Once you're happy with the amount of scribbles on the paper, you can leave them or you can color them in however you want. I'm going to be using my pen, this little pebble or rock, and then a glue stick, and I'll show you. You don't really need the glue stick, but if you want to add some extra flourishes, then you can use your glue stick. You're going to just place your rock on the page somewhere. Since I'm right-handed, I'm going to place it on the right side of the page, but you're basically going to follow your rock around and like scribble, but let me just start doing it. While you're doing it, just kind of try to feel relaxed in your body and focus just on the pebble and try to keep it on the page if you can. But if you can't, then it's okay. It doesn't matter. I think since I have like things under here, it's harder. But the thing is it doesn't matter. The goal is to, I'm gonna put it up here. The goal is to just let the rock lead the way. Yeah, see? Okay. I tried that. I have all these things that I think is making it hard, and I've tried this on like regular paper and it turned out a lot better. So we are going to switch gears really quick, and I'm gonna get some paper and I'm gonna try again. Now let's try this again. I'm just gonna put my rock on the right hand side, and then I'm gonna follow it around and just let it lead the way. And the goal isn't to be perfect, like I was saying before. It is just to kind of just let the rock take the lead and to get some marks on the page. This is especially good if you struggle with perfection or you're trying to make art be a certain way and you are struggling like with art block or maybe creativity block. This is just like getting some supplies in your hands and onto the paper. Now, you don't have to get as scribbly as I'm getting, but I'm just having fun. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I am going to glue this in my art spread, art journal. A lot of creative play is letting go of control, letting go of trying to have a certain outcome and enjoying the process. I made this little quote that I am going to put on here, and it says, trust you will find your way. We're just gonna put it on here. So, trust you will find your way. And that is just a representation of what this project is. And you can use whatever colors you want. You can do color pencils. You can go in and decorate it more if you would like. Like you could go in and kind of trace over some of the lines. You can add things. You can color things in. I'm gonna just make some little scribblies. We all know on this channel how much I love doing little scribbles on things. Doesn't have to make sense. Kind of want to do some little stars. I don't think I want to color anything in. I like how random and like just chill everything is. I'm gonna leave that how it is. I like how simple it is. Prompt 14 is doer's choice. As we're nearing the end of our challenge, I want you to take your playtime for today and use it for something you find fun. Now, this could be art, it could be going for a walk, it could be some kind of like video game or something like that, but take, 15, 20 minutes and dedicate it to your fun. You can also do one of the previous prompts that we did. The goal with this prompt is I want you to practice choosing your own fun now. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking for this. And for me, I have been working on some spooky artwork, and I'm just really in the mood to make some like fall inspired art. And so I'm just gonna I have this little sketch of these mushrooms here. I want to color it in and make a little art piece for my journal. These are the colors that I'm gonna do in today's artwork, and I'm just going to color in these mushrooms. I really enjoy coloring just for fun, and I want to kind of just do some coloring that I'm not like working towards selling it or anything like that. I like to make little thumbnails of my artwork, like my prints and things. I'm going to relax and draw some cute little mushrooms. I want to go over the tops, make them just a little bit darker with my Tombow markers here, and then adding some texture. I'm gonna kind of switch gears and go into adding some little pink elements as a little undertone, because I want them to be like, I don't know, just cute little blushing mushrooms. Add this little pink color. Now I want to go in with some purple. And in my head, I'm making little freckles. I'm going to go on the underneath of these mushrooms too. To kind of just add some like shadows and things like that. I didn't realize whenever I drew the sketch, but this mushroom looks like it's growing out of this one. But anyways, I'm gonna just add some little freckles. I'm going to go in with the red, and I am going to kind of just do some little scribblies and define the edges of these mushrooms a little more. Here, I'm trying to use my pencil further out. I have a habit of covering up what I'm working on when I do overhead shots. So I'm just going to do some cute little scribblies, defining the edges of these mushrooms with this red color. I love that. Let's go back in with this and kind of outline these stalks and blend in some of that purple so it doesn't feel so random. I'm not being perfect with it because this is just my little coloring project. And then I'm gonna go in, make some like cutesy little grass at the bottom. I want to make it just like a little floating like blob of grass, and we're just going to scribble because we're going to go over this with, we're going to go over it with a darker green to add in some like little texture just around the bases of the mushrooms. I'm gonna add some leaves. I'm not trying to make this realistic or anything like that. We have these little viney things sticking up. I have some weeds that kind of look like, well, I don't know if weeds is the right word, but I have some things that are growing in my garden that I have no clue where they came from, and they're definitely not supposed to be there, that grow. And I'm going to do some down here too, just to add some like chaos and texture. Again, we're not being perfect. We get so caught up in how things look, and we were thinking, you know, we want to impress people, or maybe we're wanting to make ourselves proud or whatever, that we don't allow ourselves to just play and scribble and like ever do anything bad. And so then we start to just try to control the situation so much that it's hard to find the whimsy. Some cute little stars. And then I want to go in and like scribble, you know, I love my hot pink. So I'm just going to scribble a little bit. I think I'm done. Because this, you know, these practices are not supposed to take a long time, like 15-20 minutes max. And so I don't want to overthink it. I just make the art and then I put it out into the world. I don't judge it. All right. And our last and final two prompts, or our last prompt is silly moves to groove. Force yourself to do 5 to 10 belly laughs in different voices. See how long it takes you to go from fake to real laughs. Now, I get it. You might feel really awkward doing this, and so don't you worry. I have an alternate prompt for you, but I am going to do this for y'all. So I know this prompt might be a little weird and a little awkward, but you're probably going to be doing this by yourself in your house. And if you're with friends, honestly, it's even funnier whenever you're with people. So as long as somebody can work up the courage, then it's super fun. So I am going to do it here on camera a little bit just because I want to make it feel less weird for you, but it might make you feel more cringe because it is a little cringe to try. If you would like an alternative prompt in place of making yourself laugh, then might I suggest you draw or create a little playlist of funny clips that, like the funny Hall of Fame clips from the internet, like what memes or videos are like your go-to funny favorites right now. Just create a little playlist of funny things that you can look through that can make you chuckle and laugh. So if that is a more comforting prompt for you, then you can do that. But otherwise, I'm gonna get to laughing. Now, I always just like kind of default to like evil laughter. So what I do is I just start out and I'm like, try to feel it from your tummy. So make it come from the depths of your soul or your stomach. You know, it doesn't have to be the depth of your soul. But you can go, because I'm like, this is so awkward to do on camera. And I know my husband can hear me. I'm so evil for putting this prompt in here. Okay. I'll stop. Have fun with your laughter, and let's get on to the final bonus prompt. And the last and final prompt is actually a bonus prompt, and that is to make a new punch card. Now that you've completed the 30 Days of Play challenge, make a new punch card to help keep you playing every day. You can reuse the play challenge, make your own, or do a mix of both. And I wanted to also say that if you don't want to do the same exact prompt, you can always do like a bingo card or bucket list or something that has more specific fun ideas that you want to do in the coming weeks. And this is just to help hold you accountable into making time for your creative play. And I actually did my bingo card and I posted it on my Instagram. So if you want to see a video of me creating this, then head over to my Instagram, Luna Bramlett over there. And it's linked in the description, and you can see a video of me doing my end of summer bingo card, which is just a fun spin on the punch card idea. And that's it for the 30 Days of Play challenge. I'm so thrilled that we made it here together, and I would love to know how everything went for you throughout the whole challenge. What was your favorite week? What was your favorite prompt? All of the details, I would love for you to chat with me down below in the comments. And in terms of what's next, I will have to just wait and see next week. See you on Tuesday. Bye!